Aloha and welcome to another edition of the Coach Mack Show. Chris Tanaka alongside Mike Cherry.
That's right. Louisiana Tech may be talented, but the Warriors matching their own talent with some ever-growing confidence as the season rolls along. Quarter two tonight, beginning to get a little chilly, but ton of heat on the officials. On Hawaii's first drive of the quarter, Coach Mack calling a timeout on 3rd and 1, negating a Joy Iosefa run. So on the next play, it's still 3rd and 1. Hawaii fails to convert, and that would lead to a punt by Alex Tanaka. Everything seeming pretty normal, but hold the phone. The replay officials questioning whether or not UH was granted the timeout. Mack, not exactly endearing words there. They say that Hawaii ran 5 plays. At first, the field official decides to negate the punt, putting La Tech deep in UH territory. But after a 17-minute delay, the officials would get it right, charging UH a timeout, giving La Tech the ball where the punt ended. Though, on Hawaii's next drive, things getting chippy. Both sides charged with personal fouls here. An unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, though, is called against La Tech without any yards awarded to UH. Hawaii saying they'll take that up with the WAC this week. It doesn't faze Moniz, though, who hits Pollard for the 3rd time in the half. UH up 20-6, but lost in all of this. Art Laurel's constant pressure on freshman QB Nick Isham, combining with John Hardy Tuilau's 2nd pick of the season. It all allowed UH to cruise into the half. The Warriors defense just solid, allowing just 131 yards total to La Tech in that first half. Coach Mack explaining a little more about that officiating snafu.
So we finally got it worked out.
3rd quarter, the Bulldogs got on the board first, but Moniz continuing his uncanny play. Check this one out. Somehow spinning away from a La Tech defender and finding Billy Ray Stutzman in the back of the end zone. Hawaii taking a 27-13 lead, but those points would begin to roll in quickly. Ensuing drive, Isham continuing to struggle against the Warriors secondary. Richard Torres, his 2nd pick 6 of the season. Isham starting out the day 6 of 7, but he just completed 52% of his passes the rest of the way. UH up 34-13 on the kickoff. The Bulldogs can't catch a break. Charles Clay forces the fumble. Tank Hopkins comes up with it 16 yards later. He's in for 6. Hawaii scored 21 points in just over 90 seconds.
Yeah, amazing. Turning
Not
point.
too bad. La Tech did add a touchdown. UH a field goal. That would make it 44-20 after 3. Welcome back, and joining me right now is Coach Mack himself. Of course, we're in a makeshift Coach Mack studio here at the Marriott in Houston. Coach, got to talk about it. 1-0 in WAC play. Has to feel good to kind of get the ball rolling off on the right track.
Well, it really feels good. I'm really proud of our players, especially, and our coaches. This isn't an easy place to play, and they're a good football team. And we started out a little, you know, had to get used to the timing with their offense on defense, but, you know, from that time on, holding them to 6 points in the first half, you know, I'm just really pleased to be 1-0.
Now, of course, you had mentioned all week long, you guys wanted to get off on a very fast start, and Mo to Pollard, that just seemed like it was a connection that had it going anytime they wanted to.
We talked to our team about just getting after them right off the bat. You know, they've never been in that situation. We wanted to get a start like we got last week, and don't worry about technique, don't worry about, you know, making a mistake, just make plays and get going. And Pollard and Mo started things out really big. And I'll tell you what, Mo made some magic plays from being on his back, having people in his face. You know, he's a big-time player. I mean, that's got to show a lot of people how tough he is and how competitive he is. And then his receivers made him look good. Billy Ray caught that one in the end zone for a touchdown, and they really competed.
You know, Louisiana Tech did come out strong with that no-huddle offense, but the defense, to its credit, really locked down on it very quickly. What kind of adjustments were made from the very first series all the way up into the half? Because you guys limited them to just 130 yards total in that first half.
Well, really the first series, what we wanted to do is be able to get lined up so that we didn't have any questions about responsibility. So we played pretty much base for the first part, and they moved the ball a little bit with us, but when the when the players settled down, we started getting into some of our strategy, and I think the defensive coaches did a great job of making some adjustments. As you can see, they have some great players. That Patton, number 4, has got to be one of the best in the country, and their quarterback made plays, and quite honestly, their running back is going to be a drafted player. You know, there are pro scouts there to watch him, and we held him to 63 yards running the football, 2.4 per carry, which I'm really excited about.
Richard Touchdown Torres. That guy just has a nose for the end zone. He's a ball hawk.
He's a ball hawk, and that was a big change in the game right there. Scoring a defensive touchdown took away a lot of their offensive confidence, their quarterback's confidence, and then the special teams touchdown right after that, you know, got us up, got them behind, and it was a big point in the ball game.
Now, you just kind of touched a little bit on special teams. They did do some good things. They blocked a PAT. They had that touchdown score by Tank Hopkins. But you can't help but notice there were some holes. There was a blocked PAT, or a missed PAT rather. This is an opportune time to get a chance to work on them.
Well, the good thing is we have a bye this week, and we're going to take advantage of it. And obviously we need to look at the video and see what the problem is, because we've had several blocked this year, and we're going to get that straightened out. And this is a good week to do that, because we have all week before we get ready to, well, we'll get ready to play San Jose this next week, but we can work on that.
We saw that Sila Lafiti left the game for a little bit. Luke Ingram couldn't help but notice his shoulder was a little banged up as well. Any updates on them?
You know, it was a real physical ball game, and Luke, his shoulder came out, and you know, he wasn't supposed to play, but you saw him in there because he's just a tough guy. And same with Corey Paredes. And you know, Dr. Khan was with us, and our doctors, and they looked at him, and then Sila came out after the first snap. They're going to MRI his leg, but you know, I thought London Sapolo came in and did a real good job for him. It was a physical game, and this will be a good week to heal back up. And now we're 3-2, and we need to just keep going. So all of our goals are ahead of ourselves, and we don't worry about the wins or the losses that we have. We have 3 wins towards a bowl game, and we have 1 win towards the WAC championship. And that's how we turn the page, we move on. We can't, as a football team, live on some game we lost a month ago.
Like you said, the goals are still right ahead of you. Coach Mack, thank you for your time yet again. We'll see you next week, and we'll be right back after this.
Last week, Royce Pollard came oh so close to being our Coach Mack Show Player of the Game after piling up career highs in receptions, yards, and touchdowns in a game.
Yeah, Pollard didn't get the award, so what did he do this week? Well, he kind of just went out and broke or tied all of those marks, making sure to nab it tonight. All right, welcome back. Joining me now, our Coach Mack Player of the Game, Royce Pollard. 10 catches, 216 yards, and just another day of 3 touchdown catches. This is getting kind of easy and kind of nice for you.
Right, you know, it's just a blessing. You know, I feel honored to be put in that position, and I thank God for everything that's, you know, happened tonight. And I'll continue to just build on it and move forward. You know, we have 48-hour rule, and after 48 hours, we just get ready for the next game. But as far as tonight and the next day, I'm gonna be living it up.
Now, Moniz did have another 400-yard game, but he can thank you for some really big catches. You were just catching, it didn't matter where you put it, you were just catching it. What was going through your mind? You were just in a zone.
You're right. I know that I was just focused and, you know, really just determined. And every play, I just had faith that it was always going to work and always turn out positive. We watched a lot of film. We practiced hard this week, and it showed on the field. And I'm really proud of that. And I'm really proud of Mo for giving me those opportunities and throwing me the football. But it feels good to have the first WAC win and to have such a splendiferous night.
Splendiferous, that's a very good word. Now, some other words that we can talk about. We heard that some members in the band were maybe saying a little something to you before the game, and maybe that kind of riled up. What were they telling you, and how did that motivate you? Because I saw you turn to one of them after one of the touchdown catches, and you had a few words for them as well.
Yeah, well, he told me I suck during one of the plays, and you know, I didn't think anything of it at the time, and you know, it didn't leave my mind. You know, I knew it happened, but you know, I was the bigger guy with it. Went back to the line, got some good plays, roller caught a play. Then I made the play. I was like, hey, what you got to say now?
For the next 48 hours, you get to think that you are 1-0 in MACK play. How good is that?
It feels good, you know. I don't know how to express it right now because it's only the first step, and I know it's going to feel even greater after we win the championship and everything. And so right now it's just the first step, and it feels good to actually get the first one out of the way. You know, it's just continue to improve on right now, and you know, it's going to be a blessing, and everybody's going to be proud and feeling good always.
Thank you for joining us. Royce Pollard, again, our Coach Mack player of the game. We'll see you after this.
Final thoughts. Mike, what'd you think of this?
All right, Royce Pollard popped out a big word, splendiferous.
Yeah.
Well, the biggest part now for the Warriors is not to get lackadaisical with that win. They need to continue this momentum after the bye week into San Jose State.
And during that bye week, some